today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down, New York.
Hey, four down.
Now it's Carson. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 36, Allen. He'll get this one to Pittman.
Allen's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Johnson on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is Butler making the catch. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Herbert's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's going to fire one. He's got a man. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Hakeem Butler. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Shift, shift. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the run. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. All day, every day, any day. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey, tight there.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
26, Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Herbert on first down now. Open man, Butler complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And it's up and good. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return, Johnson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists in their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Eagles 21, Giants 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. 57, Mike 57.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jordan Brooks in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll be out of bounds.
Nyheim Hines. That's good for an
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And with a play clock running out, Doug Peterson decides to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
28, Giants 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Allen. Johnson with a completion over the middle. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Ready?
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Watch the screen.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Let's go, D.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Kyle Allen.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Number 48.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
7 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll fire it deep for Rager. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
To Juju
A
Smith-Schuster.
big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. They'll look to throw, and this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Vance.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving.
It got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 94 yards, and the Eagles continue to roll.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Deontay Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And it's for pride now, but the Giants do get a bit closer. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we've all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eagles 63. Giants.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Johnson now returning. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. This ball complete to Rager. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Rager.
Jalen Reagor, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen, and he'll find Pittman. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, it's Carson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll find Metcalf. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense is running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Schuster. John Johnson on the coverage.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Allen again. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And again, it's Allen. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14.
First down Giants on a pickup of 14.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
They'll run on first down. Carson fighting through, and he's got space. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
New York.
Chris Carson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
26 Mike. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. 26.
Herbert off of play action. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
At the 46-yard
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 14. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Stop your.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
The kicker on for the
defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now Allen to try again after the pick-6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third and long, it's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some... applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
Holding, receiving team.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of, but when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Don't get nervous.
On first down, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Allen's pass complete to Chris Carson.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
First down, New York.
43 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch the edge.
From midfield, here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Allen's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Mike's 43. Mike's
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his tight end Boyle.
Complete.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And it's 3rd down.
I got you. 43 is the mic. Hey, I'm going.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. The toss here completed to Pittman. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Man open left side is Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. Penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
I smell fear in that offense. Mike 3. Combo.
From the gun, it's Allen hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
43's the mic.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get it. For 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 26, Mike. 26.
Play action. It's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
The 16-yard line.
Check 26, check 26. Viking 18.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop him with 4 seconds to go in the game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you